y'all had to play a lot of man today because who do I have? I mean, who?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, this game is really it's not that complicated. I got the guy in front of me.
Who
He
wins?
either catches it or don't, or he either has to block me or I win. Those things are happening all over the field, and it's about how many guys on your squad are winning their matchups on any given down, and so it's been fun to watch these guys. To be honest, to watch them get kind of thrown into the fire, watch them compete, watch them have to deal with adversity and then fight through it. Because quite frankly, our season is resting on everybody's shoulder. So we'll continue to prepare these guys, but it's fun, and definitely I'm proud to be a part of it.
Scary fun?
No, I mean at the end of the day, it's a game. It's all still football. It's from same rules, same ball, same everything from Pop Warner to the league. So we're not gonna make this thing overly complicated, but so when you block out the crowd, our record, what's pending, it's all the same game. And I think calming these guys down, allowing them to play, giving them an opportunity to be successful is a responsibility that not only I take, but everyone in leadership position does.
We knew we had to give up. We pretty much one-on-one outside with me and Lane. Plus we sifting inside out. And we knew we had the backers drop. We was one-on-one with the ends now. So we had to just hold them off, give Carson some time, and it was fourth down. We don't get that. It's pretty much, it's the other way.
Nelson called that a staple play. Is that a kind of a staple play of your offense? I think it was the second time you ran it today, and it was done very precisely and very effectively.
Of course, it's a play we ran in the first quarter, second quarter, and like Nelson said, it's a stable play. We executed it. Doug believed in us, and we blocked it up well.
Their blitz didn't seem very effective in the second half. It was very effective in the first half. What changed?
We made some adjustments. Their guy beat a couple of our guys early on in the first half. Really wasn't nothing they was doing that we hadn't seen. We know those guys. We watch them on film. We play them twice a year, every year. And we just made some adjustments second half.
How big a deal is it for Carson Wentz to lead a fourth quarter comeback coming off the worst game of his young short professional career?
We needed it. We needed that. As long as number 11 balling, we balling. So we got to keep the defense off of them and let them ball.
How much of the success in the running game was just sticking with it and continuing to run it the entire game?
Doug just believed in us. We worked hard during the week, coached out, putting in the running game, and he believed in us. We kept executing, he kept calling. So when you executing it, he's going to keep calling it.
What can a win like this do for the momentum for you guys?
Get us going, man. We've been losing here at home in the link. We definitely needed this win for us, the fans. Get behind us, rally, and make a push.
Is it crazy to think that you're still a game out? That's it, just a game out.
We're not thinking about that. We 1-0 right now. We got Redskins Monday night. Try to get 2-0 and go from there. Just take it a week at a time.
How much do you guys pride yourselves on being able to run the football the way you did today? I think the fans have been looking for you guys to run more all season long until you finally did it.
Man, it felt good. Like I say, Doug believed in us. We put in the emphasis this week of running the ball, being physical, and we came out. I think Josh had like 20-some carries. We got it done today on the ground.
Did you sense that you were wearing them down as the game went on, especially in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, of course. Guys were subbing out. Guys was laying on the ground. I just kept telling Lane and Brooks and Kelsey, keep pushing. We got them.
Is that the most slow you guys have felt this year as an O-line?
Yeah. It feels good to lean on them instead of set back and let them, coming to us. So, it felt good. Appreciate Doug by, believing in us and sticking with the run. And, we do that. We help Carson out, too, with the play action and the naked. So, as long as we can run the ball and get yards, the pass game going to get going, too.
Well, it wasn't as dramatic as the 61-yarder you hit, but it served the purpose, right?
Yeah, no doubt. Glad we had the opportunity. The offense did a heck of a job getting us down there, and luckily put it through and got a big win for us.
Doug calls the timeout. And what's going through a kicker's mind at that point when he calls that timeout?
I'm just kind of zoned in. I'm over by the kicking net. Just trying to hit one or two more balls, make myself feel comfortable, get a feel for what the wind's doing, and go try to make a good kick.
You guys needed a win in the worst way. So, what do you think when you see that thing go through the uprights?
It's definitely a big one that we needed. In essence, right now, this is kind of the message. This is the start of our season with where the division's at right now. definitely needed that one, and hopefully we can build on it.
Any of your teammates say anything to you as you were walking out on the field there? The final kick?
No, I think they know not to talk to me before this.
Jake, you kicked a 61-yarder to win here last year. Did that enter your head at all when you went out there to kick what you did last year to win this game?
Earlier on the drive, it kind of entered my head, just kind of a coincidence that we're going the exact same way. But other than that, not a whole lot, no.
You were on that drive, ran the ball, 6 times?
Yeah. I hope so, man. I think it says a lot about the team. You get back against the wall, so we don't have any more excuses. It's do or die, and it's the same way with next week against the Redskins. So these next 2 weeks will be pivotal in our season.
When you were walking into the locker room here, you put up your hands in prayer. I mean, is that what this win felt like?
Yeah, I was telling him it was our season's on the line, so we can talk about doing this, doing that, starting fast. if we don't win this one, we talked about it a long time in the offseason. So that's really it. I was telling them we were more balanced. That helped our offensive attack. And it felt good to run the ball, so and do it effectively. So we can keep it going, get some injured guys healed up, and try to create some momentum.
Does it feel like new life? Because here you are now, a game out of first place, amazingly, and facing a team that's up there.
Yeah, it's like one of those dying fish you throw in the bank, and you walk by them a couple hours later, and they still got a couple gulps left in the lungs. So that's where we're at.
So you were the dying fish,
yeah.
But you're not dying.
Not dying. We're finding new life, so it's good for us.
What the ball? You're talking about running the ball. That's got to be gratifying. I think fans have been screaming, "Run the ball, run the ball!"
Yeah.
You guys, as a line, felt the same way.
Yeah, that was our emphasis this week. We tried to get it going. Which just could have been, week 1, week 2 would have been nice, but I just felt like we were balanced. We were able to impose our will, and that was it. I was just proud of the way our O-line kind of came together, and I was happy. DBs, they face a tough challenge this week. We have a whole lot of guys injured going against Odell Beckham, some of the best guys in the league, and playing really well. So, a lot of young guys stepped up, so just happy where we're at.
When you talk about those young guys, Josh Adams continues to see his role increased, and he's been doing very well with those opportunities. What have you seen from him?
I was telling him, man, he's a silent killer, man. He don't say a whole lot. He's getting his knee healthy from college. You can see that burst he has. He has incredible speed. Just a very smart player too. He don't say a whole lot, but he goes out there and gets the job done, and slowly just having a good year.
How big was the interception at the end of the
that was
big.
How
did it boost your offense to get you guys going?
We knew we were getting the ball back next half, and if we could stop them, it just decreases the lead that much. So if we can get everybody in tune on one play, Malcolm did a great job of snagging it out the air, and as a captain he is, Malcolm's always making plays like that.
How much different is this offense when you guys are gashing people on the ground?
That's definitely different. I think we're doing a lot more. Leaning more towards the run, and I like it. And for a running back committee who wants a lot of touches, I think today was a great day to display how we can distribute carries and making sure everybody stays in perfect condition when the game comes down to a line like this.
You think it gives the offensive balance to not throwing the ball all the time?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of people can see that. In order to be an explosive offense, you have to be balanced, and you can't just key on one dimension to win you a game. It may work sometimes, but not all the time.
Just to play it in the right half. We've played that kind of defense in spurts this year, but we did it at the right time this game. And if we can do that for 4 quarters, we're tough to beat. So it's what we expect. I wouldn't use the word thrilled just because, at this point, we are 5-6 and we've got a long way to go. So we need more of that.
But given that you are 5-6, but you're only a game out.
Yeah.
You're playing the Redskins.
That's all you can ask for is play somebody in your division, a game out. And, we're focused on one game at a time. That's what we should be anyways, but now it's clearer than ever that you need to focus all your attention on the next Sunday.
What do you make of how the young cornerbacks performed, kind of their first?
Yeah, they fought. They fought. These are guys that you can't say enough about them. You can't say enough about their coaches. These are guys that people haven't heard of outside our locker room, and they're good ball players. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in the league. But experience makes a big difference, and those guys are playing some scout team during the week. They're playing scout team turnaround, taking team reps. I've never seen anything like it. And those guys went out and did enough to win and fought really hard. So congrats to them. They had a big part in this.
Chris, I'm sorry you've probably been asked this. Jernigan's impact getting back into the middle of that line where Giants have liked to pound runs inside, and it's not as easy with Jernigan and Cox standing next to each other. So.
Yeah, it helps. It helps. You know, as a defense, we need to play better against the run, and Timmy will be a key there. And, you know, more than anything, Timmy's just a great teammate and a good buddy of ours. So, you know, seeing somebody go through that, you know, that long road, it makes you happy for him to get back. So as an individual and as a teammate and for the team.
The interception at the end of the first half, how much did that fuel his team? Because you came out and you held them to 3 points in the second half.
Yeah, it was big. I mean, you know, those are the turnovers we hadn't been getting. You know, Fletch was doing a great job getting pressure all the first half. We were getting pressure, and eventually, you know, he threw one up, and Malk, you know, the way he always is ready to make a play. And, you know, Malk's a key member of this defense, and it's no coincidence he got a turnover that kind of sprung us, and that's the difference in the game is a turnover.
Some of the guys said that this season begins today, or really begins now in terms of your chase for the playoff. I know everybody's going to say one game at a time, but you have a sense that now that this is where the chase begins and whatnot.
Well, I hope the season didn't really start today for anybody. I mean, I know there's different ways to think about it, and guys got different ways to think about it, and fans have different ways to think about it. We should just show up every Sunday and try to win one game. And I know that's cliche, but we really don't have any other choice. And thinking about the big picture only takes away from execution. So for us, the picture's small, see little, and get after it.
Like you're getting yourself hyped up. What did you say to yourself to kind of get into
That's me every game. Like that's just what I do. That's who I am. That's how I get myself mentally ready to play football. You know, this is a sport. This is a gladiator sport. You know what I mean? And you can't come out there and expect for things to go easy for you. It's going to be hard. You got to fight. It's a fight. Every player is a fight out there.
You guys were able to kind of turn around and shut down Saquon kind of in the second half.
Right.
How good did that feel once you kind of got your footing back?
Oh, we just had to play. We just had to play as a whole, man. All 11. You know, just the little things, making sure, you know, everybody getting to the ball. With a guy like Saquon, he's never down. Finish him. You got to finish him. You know, because the second you don't, there he go. He's up the field for 40 yards. So he's special.
How does the back and the ankle feel right now?
Oh man, I feel good, man. I feel so good just to run out that tunnel, see our fans, be back out there with my brothers. You know, just put you put that work in throughout the weekend. It just feels good to be rewarded with them. You know.
I saw you pregame jumping up and down with the defensive linemen there.
Right.
They were all heavy back. How much energy juice did you bring, do you think, to the defense?
You know, I like to believe that those guys already kind of, you know, they already kind of energetic and things like that before I was even out there. You know what I mean? They're self-driven guys, but I just feel like I add fuel to the fire a little bit. You know what I mean? That's all it is. So I'm just glad to be back beside those guys.
You assess how you guys did on offense today?
I thought we played good enough to win. Obviously, that's the most important thing each and every week. Didn't start fast. Obviously, you're down at halftime, but found a way to win. And right now, that's all that matters. Obviously, facing a lot of adversity from an entire team standpoint, but at the same time, they don't care about that when we're on the field. So I thought it was a good team win. All three phases made plays, and we needed it.
What did that win feel like? I mean, it's been a while.
Yeah.
And literally, it was a season on the line.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't an easy game by any means. Obviously, we needed it, like you said. If we were to lose that game this season, the playoffs pretty much would have been out of question at that point. So we needed this game, and the guys fought. I mean, it wasn't pretty by any means, but NFC East games are never going to be pretty. There's no NFC East win I don't think I've ever been a part of where I'm like, man, that's a really good win. But at the end of the day, you have to find a way to win, and it felt good to get back into the link and win a football game.
Jason Peters said he felt you guys were wearing them down with the way you were able to effectively run the ball, especially at the end there. Did you kind of get that sense too when Josh was kind of running it down that throw a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I thought Josh played really, really, really well today. I mean, I don't know if anyone expected that out of him, but it was definitely something that we needed to really spark in the run game. I thought Brandon Brooks, Lane Johnson, those two were rolling guys off the ball like they always do. I'm not going to not give support to my guy, so I'm definitely going to agree with whatever he says. Yeah, so I was on the backside. Technically, it was zone coverage, so I'm one of the primary guys. I had a corner stop route, corner return route. The guy kind of tried to undercut, so I had to come back to the ball, shook him off, and saw I was at the 6-yard line, and at that point the goal line's right there, so I knew I was going to do whatever it took to get in there. Knew we needed to play at that point, and so did everything I could to get in the end zone.
I don't know what the final number was on targets and catches, but obviously it was more than last week.
Yeah.
Happy to be more involved in the offense.
For sure. I mean, I love being the guy that they continually go to. Last week was not our offensive display in any aspect. No one looked at that film last week and was proud of whatever took place. I don't even want to acknowledge it ever again. But yeah, the targets and the catches, I think felt like, I mean, start the game early with the catch helps your mindset the rest of the game. Good to have the first one under your belt early. And yeah, I thought the efficiency, I think, was there. I don't know the exact catches, targets like you said, but the most important thing is efficiency.
To make you acknowledge it again, how important was it for Carson coming off of that game, which was probably his worst as a pro,
Yeah.
to engineer a game-winning drive here?
Yeah, it was huge. I mean, I think people have been kind of clamoring for that, want to see him do it in the clutch. And, I mean, we have all the faith in the world in him. He continually puts us on the back all the time. He plays at a high level. Even at times when the protection isn't great, he's out there making plays. And he's the guy I want to play with in the fourth quarter. He's the guy I want to play with in the first quarter. And I was happy for this entire team to get a win because, like you said, we needed it. And the whole season's still in front of us right now.
Zach, down 19-3 seemed like kind of a defining moment in this game and maybe even for the season if it plays out. What happened for you guys as an offense on the sideline or here in the locker room that really kind of changed that?
Yeah, we just never gave up. Obviously, we had opening touchdown called back, which was tough. Had another penalty, OPI, third down. That was tough. So we were moving the ball in the first quarter. We were kind of just killing ourselves. And we just really said, hey, let's stop beating ourselves. Let's get out of our own way and go make plays. And guys did that from that point on. Obviously, 19-3, not the way you want to start the game, but it's how you finish.
Obviously, we're kind of in our division games. So, you know, each and every detail is important. And we need to work on those details, you know, starting the first day of practice so that when we get to game day, it'll be all good, all gravy. So we just got to stay patient, stay true to what we're doing, and continue to trust in each other.
Josh, do you think you were able to kind of wear them down in the second half, especially with you getting, you know, a lot of the carries?
I mean, yeah, I mean, those big boys definitely wore them down. From the beginning of the game, really, we were doing a great job of running the ball. They were doing a great job of pushing the power forward. We tried to stick with, you know, what we knew, you know, those core plays that we have, and just, you know, play old school football and just pound the ball. So a lot of credit again to the guys up front for allowing us to do that.
Josh, 22 carries. How much are you kind of a guy who, as a running back, the more you get the ball, the more comfortable you get?
I try to take advantage of every carry, so I don't know how many carries I'm gonna get at the end of the day. All I know is I have to make, you know, that one count, and that's what I try to do. I don't know if it was the second carry I got or the first carry, the one that they called back. You know, moments like that, just try to take advantage of it. You know, you saw that it was called back, so you have to take advantage of the next one. And that's the way the game goes. You don't know at the end of the day. You just know about what you have right in front of you.
The last few weeks, it didn't seem like the holes were really always there for you guys as a group, as running backs. Today, though, it did look like you were finding your way through. How was the line doing today?
I think the line does an incredible job each week. Each and every week, there's always something open. There's always yards in front of us, and I think they do a great job each and every week. Obviously, every play isn't going to be perfect, but us as an offense, we do a great job of moving forward. Obviously, we want to score more points, but our mentality is great, and the way we approach each play is fantastic.
You threw for 2-5 after scoring. Is that something you had planned if you got into the end zone?
Oh yeah, that's where I'm from, man. That's a shout out to my family, to the people supporting me. I've been doing that since I was in college. You know, I try to give a point to the sky first, and then throw the 2-5 up. Something I've been doing.
And that was playing for your first home touchdown. What was that like, being able to score?
Oh, that's playing for every touchdown. I don't know any other celebration. You know, I couldn't think of anything else. So, you know, I go with what I know, go with what I've always been doing. So,
Josh, you seem like a very patient runner as soon as you get the ball. Is that something that's always natural? Is there someone that really worked with you, coached with you on that? Usually big guys kind of.
I think that's just part of my game. Something that I was taught in college, really, to stay patient, because in college I had you got to know those guys up front are working hard. So you want to make that read count, and you want to make it count good. Sometimes you have to, take the first thing you see. Sometimes you got to be patient and let them do their job. And that's what I was taught in college, and obviously here, working on perfecting that, working on my craft, perfecting, those little things, and building on some of the things that got me here and adding new things to my game.
Is that for a runner not difficult, but is that something you said, you're coaching, it's kind of a learned thing, because obviously a lot of big guys try to hit that hole and get downhill early, but you seem to be setting up the blocks when you get the ball.
Yeah, I just try to play my game. Okay. I don't try to compare myself to anybody. I just try to go out there and do what I know, and that's try to get some yardage and move the ball forward. I trust in those guys up front, and I just try to feel comfortable. Those guys make me feel comfortable. They give me a lot of respect when I get in the huddle, to say that they're counting on me. They don't look at me as somebody who can't make the play. They hold me to a high standard, and I want to, make that pay off.
You had your first NFL touchdown last week, but after the game you said it didn't matter because of the way that game went. I'm guessing this one was a little bit sweeter for you?
Yeah, this one definitely feels better. Being home, my first home touchdown, so I would say this one actually feels like the first one. But it felt great, man. Just be able to play in front of my family, a lot of my friends, a blessing.